Hey guys, Jen Graves here. This is kind of just a random video, nothing too crazy or anything about it. Um, but the whole thing behind this one really it's kind of funny. I just thought this would be a great video idea for some reason. Get a lot of y'all talking about different stuff like that. So basically, this one is why green tea. Um, so I like green tea. I love green tea since I started drinking green tea. The normal stuff, the exotic stuff, all this other different stuff. You know, so I have some too that I was like, oh, I can show you. So, you have the regular Arizona one. Um, you have the Golden Peak. Um, I have this one. I didn't have the other one because one of my stores doesn't sell it. So I was like, well, I'll just use the bottle. So don't worry about what kind of tea this is. It's black tea, but the green tea for this, there's tons of different ones, and a lot of them kind of do have some sugar into them. But green tea itself really doesn't have anything. I think it outweighs the benefits than what you could say with like the sugar in it, different stuff. But I drank green tea basically every day, so really funny stuff. So I figured I'd kind of have a little bit of story time with it too. So I don't know where to start. Um, Let me think. I mean, I've liked tea forever, really. So there's nothing that's really that bad about it. Probably one of the first times I had like green tea, or sometimes you'll get it and they'll have it, and it can be considered two different kinds if you call it hot tea, which you'll get like at a Japanese or Chinese restaurant, and it'll be either green tea, depending on the color, or if it's kind of brown, I think that's considered amber tea or oolong. Just depends on where you get it at. Just add a little bit of sugar. You don't have to. I like drinking it almost every kind of way though. Green tea is just amazing. Um, but usually when we would go like get sushi or anything is when we'd have hot tea. Um, you know, all that stuff, and they give you the little kettle and stuff that you can drink it out of and all that. So I think that was probably one of my first experiences with it, is going to have sushi, and then my mom basically getting a kettle of green tea and us drinking it, and me being like, oh, how do you drink this, and just add a little sugar to it. Oh, okay, and getting them, you can get them in like, they'll give you little cups like this big that are basically supposed to be sake cups. So it's kind of weird why they give you the little bitty ones like that. But you never know. Different places do that, or they'll give you the old traditional kind of mugs that are open and everything with no handles. And you usually see people drink it like this in shows or whatever. You just don't grab it because you kind of have tea ceremonies and stuff like that. You basically show the tea respect. So if you're one of those people, I don't know. I just like to drink it. I mean, but I don't get crazy with drinking it because I don't like to like splash it out anywhere. I want to enjoy my tea. So, um, you know, I don't know if anybody thinks that that's a little extreme with tea ceremonies or whatnot. But, comment down below and let me know what you think about that. Um, you know, Green tea is also very good for your health. Has antioxidants in it and other stuff like that. And it basically like helps you out. Funny story with that. I knew I'd get to this. I was sitting there thinking all day, like, if I do this subject, how can I avoid that topic? So yeah, I just kind of jumped right into it. So anyway, the other thing, and this is funny because I used to do it to my friends all the time, and I mean, if you've heard me before, I'm kind of built like a Viking or a football player or something like that. I mean, I'm just a really stout kind of guy. You know, and so, like I said, I love green tea, and I can hold my alcohol pretty well and all that. Well, um, I had stumbled upon this because um, I would drink a lot of green tea. I'd go buy like 3 cases of, before they even like unwrapped them and stuff at like Walmart or Kroger, somewhere like that. Like of these cans of like Arizona, I just get like 3 big boxes of them. With I think there were 12 to 16 of them on that, and I would go buy that, and so I was drinking it all the time. Well, I was drinking it when before we started having like a game night and kind of a drinking alcohol night, which is funny. I would do that with some of my friends just because that's kind of how they were. Um, you know, drink to get drunk, not drink to have fun. Sometimes they got kind of that to get mixed up, which is kind of weird. Um, you know, and I was kind of a bad friend at some points. Especially involving green tea. I will say that. Very sorry. Um, so this is one of the first nights we did it. So we were sitting there and I had drunk green tea and all this other stuff. And, we had like beer and whiskey and all this different stuff because I had, 3 to 4 to 5 friends that would come over and hang out and they'd just bring their own stuff and everybody would share. So it would be just kind of crazy and weird. And we'd play different board games and stuff. So, or have a movie marathon, just whatever. And so um, I had gotten done drinking green tea, and nothing like would hit me. I wouldn't catch a buzz or anything. It wouldn't stick, to me basically, or any of that. So then, over the next couple of weeks and stuff past that, I would drink green tea when we were drinking. Same thing happened. And so, I couldn't figure out kind of how that was. And so I started kind of experimenting it with myself and trying it out. And green tea, because of the antioxidants, somehow filters a lot of the alcohol out of your system very well. And so it was very funny doing that. I mean, I would test it out by getting kind of to the buzz state and then drinking green tea and then coming out of it real fast because of the green tea kicking in and doing all that stuff, which is super funny. So now that I kind of knew that, I kind of screwed with my friends as a weapon, playing different games and stuff. And while they weren't looking, I'd pour half a can of tea or something into their alcohol thing or make a drink that had that in it. And they would sit there and basically couldn't go anywhere. I had some friends that were like all the time, they would try and sit there and drink like a lot, or if you played King's Cup or any of that other stuff, that's nasty anyway. So, um, but I would do that and my friends would be like, and then they finally caught on. They were so upset that I'd been doing this for them for like ever. And it was stopping like all of them from getting to that state. So it was really funny. Um, yeah, little dastardly plans that I have. Um, so that was later on. A little earlier than that, when I was in college, though, we had peace tea, which I kind of got hooked to peace tea when um, it was new. We only had 3 flavors. We had razzleberry, we had the lemonade tea, and we had the imported cyan tea, which you can't find that anywhere anymore. That was one of my favorite ones. Well, they also started doing the green tea, and so they sold it at my college. And a lot of times, because I just didn't really care, I love tea so much that I didn't really care about eating sometimes. I would sit there and maybe buy like 4 or 5 cans at lunchtime and drank it. I'd take one to class with me and have it, or depending on how long my class was, I'd have one like every hour, and then lunchtime or anything like that, I'd have like three of them. It's kind of going off the deep end, and at one point it was really funny. The back of my CRV, there's a front row, a middle row, kind of, which is the back seats, and then there's the very back, which is where you can put boxes and all that other stuff. I had that probably leveled off about where the windows and stuff from the back are, leveled up with these peach tea cans of green tea and everything else that I was drinking, tea wise, And so it was really funny, really crazy, But yeah, now I have one basically like every day. And I have a case. I'll have to show it to you in another video. I have a case that's kind of in an orange decorated box and everything, and it's a glass cylinder with metal on the ends and all this other stuff. And it is actually, when my mother went on a trip to China, it is actually a like big capsule of fresh green tea picked in China and all that. I've never brewed it or anything, but it's in a really fancy kind of capsule, for really fancy box. Really cool stuff. So I'll have to show you all that later. But that's kind of one of my things that I usually put the box up more of as a decoration. But I mean, the tea and everything's still in it. So really cool stuff though. Yep. I mean, but green tea's got really good health benefits. I mean, all the other stuff. It tastes delicious. A lot of different stuff. And like I said, I drank a lot of it, like a whole lot of it. I was just thinking, I talked to somebody else later on about saying how I watch their videos and somehow they always have tea almost in every video, and that's one of my favorite things. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. So if you have like a favorite tea or anything, post down below, let me know. And all that, or if you like green tea, let me know that too. And we will catch that out. If you have any like funky green tea that's in your neck of the woods, I know I have one. I think I've kept the can, but I don't know where it is. Kind of like a turquoisey green, with Japanese letters on it and a red stamp of some kind on it. That I got, that's just regular green tea with no flavoring or anything in it, or sugar, or Splenda or whatever they put into it to make it sweeter. And I get that from our little local Asian store. So, I mean, if you see any that are like exotic in your area more so, or whatever, make a little video and, do all that. We do still have the giveaway going on for the include Gin Graves. Give me a shout out in the video. Include my name in the title and be subscribed to me. And if you do that, I mean, you could make the green tea video and give me that shout out, or any other kind of shout out you want to do. And as long as you put my name in the title and give me the shout out, and obviously if you watch my channel and you know about this, you're probably already subscribed to me. But we do have that ending, basically this following weekend. And, then we'll have another giveaway. So, cool stuff. Anyway, though, guys, I will catch all of you later. Thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me pick your brain on why green tea for me. And so, post a video on why green tea for you. Anyway, I will catch you later. Gin Graves, signing off. Bye.